All right, folks, Chad and Travis back with our third video focusing on food and heart health. And if you're watching this, I hope it's because you got something out of one of our prior videos and you liked it. By all means, check in, let us know what you liked and maybe what you didn't like. Today, we're just going to focus on a brief look at one of the most significant things you can do to lower your risk for most chronic diseases, especially heart health.
Chad, are you going to sit here and tell us not to eat sugar?
Well, no, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say you can't eat any sugar. And I mean, I'm only human, I'm realistic, people are going to have sugar, but we want to focus on added sugar today. And this is, the sugar that gets added to our food either by ourselves, if we put, say, like sugar in our coffee, maple syrup in our oatmeal, or it's the sugar that's added to things by the food manufacturers out there, things like high fructose corn syrup in a soda, or maybe the extra sugar that they're, putting in commercial salad dressings.
What about fruit and dairy? Those have natural sugars, right?
Yeah, that's natural sugar. There is natural sugar in fruit and dairy, and that's not the main problem for most of us. Added sugar is the main issue, and most health professionals consider it public enemy number one. The bad news is that most of us get way too much added sugar, but there's also some good news, and that is no one expects you to avoid added sugar completely.
So how do I know when I've had too much sugar?
Well, everyone, really needs to put a cap on their added sugar, and it's not the same for everyone. And I've said it in other videos, and I'll say it again. If you want a more personalized plan, definitely talk to a nutrition professional, like one of the registered dietitians here at NVRH. But I'll tell you, generally, the American Heart Association recommends most women don't go over 24 grams of added sugar a day. That's about 6 teaspoons worth of sugar. And for men, the American Heart Association recommends they limit their added sugar intake to 36 grams, which is about 9 teaspoons worth of sugar. And just because there's no nutritional value in added sugar, less is better, obviously. Now, you don't have to do it every day, but once in a while, it's a good idea to track your added sugar, by reading food labels, paying attention to what you add to your own food, and maybe writing it down to track it. Most food labels now will list how much sugar in a product comes from added sugar, and that's the one you want to track. And believe you me, it adds up really, really quick.
When you add sugar to your own food, sugar, maple syrup, and honey, they all count for 4 grams for every teaspoon used.
Yeah, that's right. And don't be fooled by honey or maple syrup. Any sweetener that's added is added sugar. Even natural forms like honey and maple syrup are added sugars. It can get tough these days too. Food manufacturers, they're trying to dupe us consumers any way they can. They dump sugar in all kinds of different products where it doesn't even belong. I've seen peanut butter, most peanut butter out there has added sugar as the second ingredient. It's ridiculous.
And pasta sauce. Did you know how much added sugar is in your pasta sauce?
I'll turn that around into a challenge for you. Are you able to show us a recipe today for, say, a homemade pasta sauce that's, convenient, quick, and contains no added sugar?
I absolutely could show you how to do this in less than 15 minutes.
All right, challenge accepted, I guess. Let's do it. Travis is going to start off with dicing up equal parts of 3 different vegetables, celery, carrots, and onions. This is a French term called mirepoix, which is the base for a lot of different sauces. And when you cook these 3 vegetables together for a little bit before you add the sauce, it's going to bring out the natural sweetness of the vegetables, and according to Travis, it's going to alleviate the need for adding sugar. So we got equal parts here, probably about a cup to a cup and a half of carrots and diced celery and diced onions. We're going to get some olive oil, maybe a tablespoon, in a saucepan and get that going on medium-low heat. And let those vegetables simmer for a little while. Let those flavors come out. Maybe after 5 or 6 minutes, you're going to want to add a tablespoon or 2 of fresh minced garlic, depending on your liking of garlic. Give that a quick stir and let those flavors come out. Notice that we got some no added salt, crushed tomatoes. There's no added sugar in this either. And Travis is adding a big, like 7 cups of it. You can add a 28-ounce can or 2 to your pasta sauce. To that, you're going to add 2 tablespoons of dried Italian seasoned blend, 2 teaspoons of dried oregano, and 1 tablespoon of dried parsley and incorporate that all, stir it all together. The longer this sauce cooks, the better, but as you can see with this taste test, once you try it, you're gonna love it. We'll see you next time.